So the three transcendentals, as we define them, this is kind of a summary way to describe classical Christian philosophy. They're elements of reality, but also exist beyond our reality. Right? They're not just physical things. They're things that are universal. In other words, they don't change all the time. They're not purely subjective, they're objective. But they are also things that are deeply intertwined within our subjective experience. So we encounter them subjectively. So they're not objective in an abstract sense. With truth, we're talking about an element of reality that connects with our intellect, our mind. And so we have these intellectual capacities in the soul, which is that we have reason. And truth connects with our reason, which is to say that we understand things as they actually are. We understand reality as it is. And this doesn't have to just be in the sense of logical argumentation, but this is just you in your daily experience see things, and as soon as you see a thing, your mind recognizes it, right? You have this kind of intuitive knowledge of what things are because your mind is working. And you know that if I'm going to sit down, I don't have to worry if I'm going to have somewhere to sit because my reason recognizes that's a chair, and chairs hold my weight, so I'm going to go sit in it, right? But then, of course, there's reflective reason, which goes well beyond that. So that's truth. We have an understanding of the world as it is. Then we have goodness. I'm speaking here particularly about moral goodness, but we can talk about goodness in other ways. Moral goodness is a sense that there are good actions and there are evil actions. Right? There are things that actually align with a standard by which good and evil are actually judged. And those things, good and evil, actually matter eternally, not just my subjective experience or what I think makes me feel good or something like that. And then beauty is difficult to define. I think unlike the other two, there's no easy definition of beauty, and I think that's some of the difficulty I think that people have in seeing beauty as objective, because it's not quantifiable, But I think that's what's so wonderful about beauty too, is that beauty is something that we encounter that brings us in a way outside of ourselves, something that brings us delight, something that brings pleasure. And I think beauty brings us delight and pleasure not in the same way that something that quickly kind of engages your senses might do. You see movies that are just very flashy and really fast and all this stuff happens. When you're watching that's not really a sense of beauty, that's more just that you're just being inundated with stuff. Yeah. So we're talking beauty, we're talking something beyond that, something that's deeper than that, that we recognize a value in for what it is. And so there's this deep connection between beauty and then affection, so that to see something as beautiful, we understand something to be as beautiful, beauty in a thing, in an object, in an idea, in a person, draws out our affections. It causes us to love in some way.